Oh man. Well,
Recording in progress. Here we go.
here we go. Welcome to the
Hello.
Did We Stutter show.
Ching. AKA bright lipstick show.
Yeah. I wear a mask all the time. I don't get to wear lipstick anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, right? So we gotta put it on.
Right.
I don't know where to begin.
I don't either. Yeah, guys. So this is the Rachel and Marianne show, aka Did We Stutter? The show you didn't know you needed in your life.
We're gonna talk about fun things. I think we'll start off with how we met.
Oh yeah, that's
Right,
a good way to
Rachel?
start.
Yeah.
Should we say the year though? Should we show our ages?
No.
Okay,
no.
Good. That's why I agree.
We met. I was 17. We were 17 and we were juniors in high school, going to be seniors, and we had to apply to governor's school
in an unnamed state.
In an unnamed state, and we applied because we both wanted to get into college and have really good career standing resumes, look good in our college applications. So I chose Russian governor's school because I thought it would be less competitive than Spanish governor's school. And that's where I met Rachel.
Yeah, that was my strategy too. There was a lot of options like Spanish, French, Japanese, Latin, but I knew for Spanish you had to speak. And I knew I wasn't going to do it because I was really nervous. And so I was like, Russian. No one knows anything about Russian. And so it's probably going to be a lower applicant pool. That was my thought. And it worked out really well. And then, should we talk about July 4th on that governor's school time? So we mark our friendship day as the July 4th Nutella incident, which was when we had crepes on July 4th night, maybe around 7:30, 8 o'clock, probably because it was dark, but it was summer, so it was darker later. And I hadn't had Nutella before. And Marianne's like, you never had Nutella? I was like, no, but I tried. I love trying stuff. So I had a huge glob of Nutella on a fork, smothered it on the crepe. And by the time I'd eaten the glob and half the crepe, my mouth was itching. And I knew it was going to be a long night because I'm allergic to hazelnuts.
And I remember I was in front of you and I just went, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. And the woman there, she was like, why didn't you put it in your allergy?
Asparagine. I was like, I didn't know I was allergic. And I was excited to eat. I was mad that she was blaming me. Yeah. And then
oh my gosh.
I knew I was going to throw up a lot, so I didn't want to throw up inside because something about being in a small bathroom with no window because we were staying in dorms. And Marianne hung out with me outside while I barfed in the bushes.
And then we were like, I was like, do you want to see the fireworks? And we went through the sketchy parking lot at the university. It smelled like pee. And then we went up and saw the fireworks.
And I was like, I don't feel good. We got to go. We got to go.
And that's how the friendship blossomed from there.
Yeah. Start with barf. Hold my hair back.
Hold my hair back. Anytime, boo. Anytime.
Thanks, friend. It's been real all these years.
And we did snail mail. We wrote to each other because this was like AIM times. Like this was instant messenger time.
It's true. Mary had purple bold font.
Yeah. Still love that. Times New Roman bold, font 12. But yeah, that was it was a different time. So we did snail mail. We just always kept in touch. Yeah. And here we are. And we always have fun conversations. So why not start a YouTube channel?
Right. Why not start a YouTube channel about, I think the idea came when Marianne told me she was reading all these, are they romance novels? Is that what their categories? We'll go in, there's a variety of romance novels that I have learned to enjoy, and I kept telling her about them because I knew she wasn't going to read them. No, I'm not going to read them. But I'm here for the journey.
She's here for the journey, for the storytelling. And I think that's why I'm so excited about this show is like, one, like I can have a different opinion than you, but we still enjoy the conversation. And I hope you learned some romance from me, but I learned stuff from you. But we just learn from each other and we're still friends.
Yeah.
you know, like it's okay to have a difference of opinion. And then two, what I've been thinking about is, you know, I've always been a fangirl. Like I've always just obsessed about the weirdest things in pop culture. I'm very good at trivia, by the way. And
taboo.
And taboo. And I'm excited to just talk about all sorts of fun topics with you and just have some fun, live our lives.
Right. Have some laughs too. I'm excited. And so Marianne's going to start with an unknown book that she recently read. I have no idea what it is. Usually, so long story short, on Fridays in the afternoon, we watch an hour of a TV show. So we're working through Call the Midwife. Y'all should watch if you don't. And then she tells me what the book she's reading, and then I make commentary. So we were like, we should film it. So that's what's going to happen right now.
Are we diving in now? We're just going to go in?
I think so.
Okay, we're just going in.
I'm
Are you ready for my...
Kind of. I'm nervous because I don't know what it is, so I don't know what my reaction is going to be.
So let me get the book. Let me get the cover.
Oh yay! Okay, is it gonna be muscles?
You have read this book before.
I have.
I had to start off with it. I just think this brings me back to a time and a place.
Oh no! I got triggered. That last scene in the last book. Oh no! I've heard this forever.
I just think this is such a controversial topic, Twilight. Everyone has an opinion.
They do. I got triggered.
And I just wanted to
this is a good idea.
I even wrote a sticky note for like pointers because we could go on so much about this book, but I remember us reading it together, like kind of together.
Yeah.
And when we read the last book, we wanted to throw it against the wall because we were so angry.
And there were typos.
So I read the beginning of this book again, just to be like, what did I read it. And, you know, there's a few takeaways. Like one, she's actually a very good writer. She's actually a pretty good writer. I'm like, okay. And I've read a lot of books. I've read over 200 books this year. I definitely know when there's trashy writing. Like, please know. Read some bad books. I read some good books. But I think what I love about this book is like, it's like the branding, like Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, like that was cute. And like, I'll never forget how this book made me feel the first time I read it. Like, she's a new girl. She's going to the Pacific Northwest. She meets this guy who everyone likes, and of course likes her, and she feels special. Like, who doesn't want to feel that way when you move to a new place? So, I mean, I like the first book, but I just hated the ending. Yeah, it's like really good writing. Yeah, it was really good. And she put some really good plot. Like, I get it. Like, remember FYI, there's going to be spoilers in these episodes. So if you have not read Twilight, back away. But, like, she put some really good twists in there. Because, like, remember, I forgot about this. Like, Edward, because he's a vampire, he can read people's minds. Like, that's his, like, superpower. And then but he can't read her mind because she's such a mystery. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. Like, that's kind of smart of like how he gets sucked in, or literally it's a sign. So I thought that was neat. However, she does repeat her writing a lot. Like, I remember Crooked Smile and Bella biting her lip over and over in the course of 4 books. It's like, let's move on. We understand their habits.
Let's diversify your words, lady.
Yeah. And then I think too, like, of course, the movie, so awesomely bad. I still like Robert Pattinson. I
think I was Team Jacob. You
were Team Jacob, of course you were.
You were Team Edward.
Yeah.
Can you explain that? And I never understood why you were Team Edward, because to me the choice was obvious. It was Jacob.
I mean, oh my, here we go. I have to reread the book, and I want to read Midnight Sun. It's on my because that's Edward's perspective.
Okay.
In the Twilight era.
Okay.
It's like, because it's all in Bella's perspective. But I think I like Edward because, I mean, I've always liked vampires. I'm a Buffy the Vampire
That's
Slayer
true.
fan.
That's
He
true.
was the angel. He's the angel of the
Oh,
to the Buffy. You know, he's kind of
yeah.
like the dark, brooding, tall, dark, and handsome, older, authentic, antique man. I don't know. I lost some words there.
I forgot Angel was a
lost some-
vampire though, because he was just so
Yeah.
likable.
So like, yeah. So I think that's why, and I think also too, like, I've never realized how much of a romantic I am after reading these romance books. And I think, you know, Edward's her first love, her first.
Okay, I get it.
And also, this may be another episode. I'm not into the werewolf genre. I think it's very predictable and very insta love, which I don't like. Like, it's very like, oh, I imprinted you, you are my mate, we are together. And it's like, I love the, as we always say, the journey, like the tension, like how did you guys become friends and like relationship building? Like, I feel it's too insta love, the imprinting, and especially Jacob imprinting on their daughter.
That was just too much. I didn't like that part at all.
And the pregnancy scene and the birth
terrible.
scene, like
Terrible.
I don't. And also, vampires cannot impregnate women. Like, they're dead. They're dead. I know this is a sparkly.
Oh, right, you're right. That's true.
But they're dead. So that pissed me off in the last book. And then second, I didn't think she learned anything. Like, all she learned was to fall in love with this one guy who's dead. And then she got a power that was somehow super like, remember they had a fight, but it wasn't a fight. Like, she fought everyone with her mind or something like that.
In the last book?
That was the ending. Yeah, in the last book. Because it was like, and she solved everything because she fell in love with this guy and got these superpowers. And it was like, I don't know. I just remember it was wrapped too easily.
I don't remember. I
was like,
skimmed a lot.
Learn? I just felt like she didn't learn anything.
That's fair. Yeah. But what's the point of Twilight though? What's it telling us about the world or life?
Oh God, that's a great question. Other than like, hey, Robert Pattinson, and hold on tight, Spider Monkey, and vampires are cool.
About that line. And they like jump off the cliff.
It's a great movie. It's a great drinking game movie. It's a great movie to just be awesomely bad. It's a romantic movie. I love the Ray-Ban scene. That's my favorite. I mean, who doesn't want their crush going like this with a pair of Ray-Bans? And everyone's like, oh. Like, I thought that was that scene. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I don't know. I guess it was. I mean, maybe. I don't think Stephanie Meyer was thinking that way. Because I really think this is a paranormal young adult romance book.
Yeah.
And I think it was just something fun and escapism. And I think it is about falling in love, of course. Like, you know, I love books about love and sacrifice, but like, but yeah, it was just, I think it's just escapism and fun. But,
that's true.
You know, the one thing I did that I looked up was I did look at like similar books to Twilight, and all of them are not even related to this book. Like, it's all Hunger Games, Divergent.
Oh, really?
50 Shades of Grey. Like,
that's in there? I can see that.
Yeah.
Because it's so twisted.
I mean, I guess he did want to eat her. He did, like, Edward did want to eat Bella.
You make me hungry.
You make me hungry. I had to pause for a bit. And now I'm back. I controlled my urges.
Let's talk about the signs of being in a bad relationship. Get out now.
So bad. So bad. But I guess there is, I would love to hear people's thoughts on this. And I would also love to hear people's recommendations, because I do like the story of her falling for this guy. Like, there were two lonely people coming together, trying to save the world. There was a greater force, that Volturi people. Like, I do like that.
Yeah.
You know, I love saving the world type concepts and revolutionary and sticking it to the man or the king or the tyranny or whoever. But yeah, I don't know what the big thing is, but I just thought it was interesting. The similar books are just the popular books that are now into movies.
That's true.
I was like, I want more vampire books. I want more more books for like that guy, like it's great to read about stuff like that. I believe. So yeah.
Is Buffy a
Any
book?
other Mhm.
Or is Buffy a book or is it comics?
They did create comics, and I think there are like a book series, but I'm not gonna read that.
Okay. You think it's gonna be
I
pretty bad?
I think I read the first comic book actually. I probably did. But that was
Okay.
a long time ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I've always been a fan of the vampires. I think they're cool. Like I remember my IB essay, like the extended essay,
Oh,
was
right.
on The Historian, another great book, a vampire book. The Historian, oh, I forget the author, but it was about Vlad the Impaler and how he was a real historical figure, but in the book talks about how he was like the vampire or Dracula or whatever. And I talked about that. So I've always been into vampires.
One thing I love about Marianne is she's so consistent.
I'm very consistent. I'm dedicated and I'm consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I am who I am. But I know I just had to talk about Twilight. I just think it's something we bonded over, and like it was a journey of like the third book, New Moon. That was a good book. I remember enjoying that book because it was like, is it Jacob? Is it Edward? Is it Jacob? Is it Edward? And it was really well written. And then Breaking Dawn, we were just crushed. Like,
Wait, there are 4 or 3?
There are 4.
Oh, there are 4.
The Twilight.
Yeah.
New Moon, Jacob's introduced, and Edward. Remember, Edward breaks up with her. Eclipse, I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest, but I remember it was a struggle. I remember she like felt like she was with Jacob because he was warm, and then like they were camping or something, and then like Edward was cold because he's always described as hard.
Oh, right.
But he's dead.
What do we expect? Give a brother a snuggie.
No. And then the Breaking Dawn is like they get married and honeymoon and baby and
trauma.
And the fight that never happened. But why do you remember why you were Team Jacob other than he was cute and living? And
I think vampires freak me out. I don't like vampires. Though I gotta confess, so Marianne knows my mom, and she was very particular about what we read and didn't read and watched and didn't watch. And so if something looked like it was evil, she's like, oh, that's from the pit. You can't read that. Oh, that's from the pit. You can't watch that on TV. So here I am, probably just like binge reading. You want something that's really easy to breeze through when you're reading this book. And I'm like, ooh, this is good. I love all the juicy details and all the drama, even though the writing is not the best in the world. But I hear my mom in the back of my head saying, that's from the pit, Rachel. Don't read that. And so I don't like vampires for partly those reasons. And they creep me out. And particularly he wanted to eat her. And I'm like, you shouldn't date someone and then marry someone who wants to eat you.
Eat you.
There's some problems there. But Jacob, actually, I saw a picture of, what's the name of the actor who played Jacob?
Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner. I saw a picture of him recently. I was like, oh, he's not as cute as I remember him being. Either he got old or my taste changed. Is that weird to say? I don't know.
No, I mean, I think we're always changing and evolving and phasing, like I remember Twilight, this was a while, I'm not going to say the years because it was but we were like at a different time of our lives. Like we're much younger, and I think I was much more of a fangirl. Like, oh my God, I remember buying the Robert Pattinson GQ cover.
Oh, you did?
I think I still have it. I did. Of course I did. So I was like, he's so cute. And now he's Batman. That's another story.
Do we want to watch that movie? Are we good with Christian Bale?
I probably will watch the movie because I'm also a big Batman fan. But Christian Bale will always be Batman to me. That was The Dark Knight.
He was good. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. Back to GQ.
We'll save Batman for another episode because I think we can really dive into Bruce Wayne. That's a good character to get into. But yeah, were those all my thoughts on Twilight? I mean, hold on tight, Spider Monkey. Say it out loud, vampire!
That was a good first choice.
Write that stuff.
Or what's that one, that other book that cracks me up? Well, not cracks me up, but makes me cringe. What's it called? He smiled at me. I felt like I was being attacked. Cliffhanger next episode.
So that should be another. Well, I will say that for another episode because I think about that series a lot. It was so fun and dark and awesome, but also very dark. Like he was a bad guy. That's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Edward wasn't so bad. He just wanted to eat Bella, like, and read her mind.
The other lady must have huge problems if Bella only has to worry about getting eaten. Man, Marianne described some parts of that book to me where the lady said she felt like she was being attacked when he smiled at her, and I was like, I think I'm good, because she described some scenes and they hit my threshold of what I can read and watch on TV.
We'll keep things PG here. We'll keep things PG.
Family friendly channel, y'all.
Family friendly, PG, just fun, character driven conversation.
Yeah, man. We should do a Hunger Games one too, because I've finished watching
Hunger
the series
Games.
for like the 5th time this year. While I was doing my hair, that's my only buffer. But yeah, I like it. I can't help it.
Hey, you gotta obsess and enjoy the ride. You gotta do you, boo. It's weird times.
Weird times. But we don't talk about the weird times on this show.
No, we don't.
Yeah, weird times. But yeah, cool beans. Thanks for launching us off, Marianne.
Yay. I guess, do we say like subscribe and all that? Like,
oh yeah.
Is that what people
like and subscribe.
Yay.
I don't know if I'm ready for this. Are you ready for this?
I don't know. I think it went pretty well.
Yeah. Oh, should we sign off? Huh? Oh.
Are we still going? This could
We're
be the
still
blooper
recording.
reel.
I can cut it
Did you
off at like and subscribe.
Okay, cool. Did you enjoy the topic?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop recording. Wait, yeah. I thought it was good.